Alright YouTube, so we are back of course to talk about some Final Fantasy VII Remake, and we are of course doing another PC version video. Kind of the last minute details you might need to know before the game actually drops, like what it contains, in terms of like the PC version, what it comes with, release time, because we actually have a countdown timer, so we know exactly when you can get it, and potentially, now hear me out on this, potentially maybe some new items, new DLC, I'm not entirely sure. I'll explain when we get there, but don't hold me to that. So as for the release time, as in when this game is actually dropping, Square Enix themselves have a page dedicated to this, an actual countdown timer. As it stands right now, as I'm recording, it's just under 6.5 hours away. So for me, that's going to be 2 a.m. my time locally. So if you're on the west coast of the United States, that means you're 2 hours behind me. So for you, it's going to be exactly midnight local time for you. If you're on the east coast, you're 1 hour ahead of me. So for you, it's going to be 3 a.m. local time. But obviously, regardless of wherever you live out in the world, the timer itself will be linked in the description below, so you can click on it to see how many hours are left. Something I'm not 100% sure about, but I think I know the answer to, is whether or not there is a pre-install for this, because I'm not seeing that anywhere, so I'm going to assume that there's not. But you guys could maybe give an answer to that in the comments below or whatever. Maybe you've bought it on Epic. You could let us know if there is a pre-install. And why that matters and why a pre-install is important for this game specifically is because it's massive. It's 100 plus gigabytes, so it'd be nice if you could kind of get started on that early, but again, I don't think that there is a pre-install. And if there's not one for some reason, then maybe that's like an Epic thing, or a Square Enix specific thing, or a PC thing, because the PS4 and PS5 versions of Remake all have pre-installs, so maybe they don't. Maybe with PC, if you could download most of the game with a pre-install, you could maybe still get into the files or something. I don't know exactly. Which is something I'm very much looking forward to. I've seen this mentioned a lot over the past week since the PC version got revealed, is that with it coming to PC, people are going to get deep into the files. We're going to learn a lot of stuff. Potentially stuff that could be coming in future, part 2 and beyond, or just cut content, all that other shit. It's going to be pretty exciting. Now, as for the PC version, what's coming with this, the only reason I'm including this actually in the video wasn't even initially a part of it, is when I hopped on Reddit to make this video, I actually seen somebody kind of asking what comes with it. Why is it called Intergrade? Does it have the UFI DLC? The short answer is, yeah, it comes with everything. Everything that's been included into Remake, additionally, DLC, whatever you want to call it, is included in the PC version. There's nothing you're missing out on. You're, of course, getting base game Remake, you're getting episode intermission, which is the UFI DLC, you're getting the 3 summon DLCs, you're getting the 5 Butterfinger items from 2 years ago, the 3 armors and 2 accessories. You're also, interestingly enough, getting the Cackstar weapon, which I believe with Intergrade was specifically a pre-order item. Now, I don't know if they eventually released it for free or released it for an individual purchase or whatever, but that's a part of this as well, which is pretty cool. And I do hope that it was eventually free or at least able to be purchased separately, because obviously when it comes to the mechanics of Remake, weapons are very important because they teach you their own unique abilities for them, and they also have their own unique leveling and skill trees, right? With the weapon cores and shit. So to have a weapon that was locked behind a pre-order bonus, you had to buy this game ahead of time before release to get this exclusive weapon, I always thought was kind of scummy. So you guys that have the game on PS5 that maybe didn't pre-order it, you can let me know that. You can check your the PSN or whatever, see if you can download the Cackstar weapon now, even though you didn't pre-order it initially. I don't know. I'd be kind of interested to know how they handle that after release eventually. But it's cool that it comes with the PC version. And this is where we venture into a potentially interesting territory, because I came across an article when looking for the pre-install thing, trying to see if there was one. It kind of explained how you're going to get to use the DLC when it comes to the PC version. It's not automatically going to be incorporated into the game for some reason. You're going to have to actually start up a game, and once you first have access to the menus, you got to go into System and Gift Box, and then you can add the DLC items to your your playthrough, your save file, whatever. It's also worth mentioning that you're going to have to do this for both games, technically, if you want to call it that, because if you start a brand new game on Final Fantasy VII Remake, you're going to have to do this and add the DLC items into that playthrough, and then once you start a playthrough on the UFI DLC episode intermission, you have to do it for the DLC items there too for some reason, which I think is kind of fucking stupid. It doesn't really make sense because with at least the PS4 version, I don't know exactly how PS5 handled it with Intergrade, you had to download the items separately, so it made sense that you maybe had to activate these things or whatever, had to incorporate them into your playthrough. But the fact that all these items and all this extra content is just a part of the PC download, you're not having to separately download the items, that should just already be live in the game. As soon as you start up your playthrough, as soon as you get access to the menu, you should be able to just go into your equipment and have those items already available. Put whatever summon material, DLC summon material onto your character, and then add whatever DLC armor or accessory onto your character. It's weird that you have to check a box to be able to use shit. I don't know. And now here's the potentially, and I want to put emphasis on the word potentially, interesting bit, because when I was reading the same article, they're talking about the DLC items that you're going to get. Of course, the 5 Butterfinger items, the Chocobo, Chick, and all that other the DLC summons. They mentioned an accessory called Seraphic Earrings. And when I first read that, I did a double take, because I read it and it was okay, whatever, I already know this. And then I was wait, hang on, what the fuck are the Seraphic Earrings? Because I've never heard of this before. And not only have I not heard of this item, I cannot track it down. When I look it up, I cannot find it on like the accessory list for, remake, base game, Intergrade remake, in case they maybe added new items to it that I just don't know about. And then when I looked up like the accessories for like specifically episode intermission, I cannot track this down. When I look up Final Fantasy VII Remake Seraphic Earrings, the only thing I could seem to find is a Reddit post from summer of this year, whenever Intergrade would have come out. And the item exists within like the digital mini art book. Somebody made a post about it on Reddit, and everybody within the comments and the replies are talking about how it wasn't actually in the Yuffie DLC. But as you can see, if you come on over to the Epic Game Store, you can see that the Seraphic Earrings are part of the PC version of this game. Hold up, my dudes, breaking news as we're recording. I just tracked this shit down in the middle of making this damn video. Turns out the Seraphic Earrings were a DLC item exclusive to Japan. There was a Red Bull campaign earlier this year, specifically for Intergrade, that was only in Japan. And this campaign is how you would have got the Seraphic Earrings, which explains why I couldn't find it on any website, because it wasn't anywhere outside of Japan. So while the item itself, the accessory, isn't entirely brand new, because it's existed before for one specific region apparently, it is brand new DLC for the rest of the world essentially. Now, if you want to know what it does, I want you to brace yourself. Hold on. It's a revival earring that doesn't break. Fucking exciting. So it's a little underwhelming, but that's not a big deal. Most of the DLC items are. Like, they're not bad by any means, but as you progress through the game, like the armor DLCs that you got aren't really that good. And same thing with like the summon DLCs, like those ones you get like Bahamut and other stuff throughout the base game, are just better than the DLC ones, which they should be, because if these were like broken items, they were behind a paywall, you had to do like the Butterfinger thing or whatever, pre-order the game, stuff like that, like that'd have been a little shady. So it's kind of good that they're not like super broken. So again, the item itself isn't anything super amazing, but it's still a Japan exclusive DLC, a Japan exclusive accessory, and we're actually getting our hands on it. Kind of cool. But my dudes, that is pretty much the video. I think that's kind of maybe everything that you need to know. There could be something I'm missing, not thinking of right now. But I think that's the most important last minute information that you need for Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade on PC. It's almost here, my dudes. Just a handful of hours left. But of course, I want to pass off to you guys the most important question. Final Fantasy VII Remake. It's hitting PC in just a handful of hours. Are you getting it? But my dudes, that is the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you guys aren't new. Once I did more Final Fantasy VII Remake content, turn on my notifications. Follow me on Twitter, @DavidYT. I'm my Discord. Links to my social networks are in the description and in the outro. Later, guys.
Used to care what people thought, but now I care more, and nobody out here's got it figured out. So therefore, I've lost all hope of a happy ending, depending on whether or not it's worth it. So insecure, no one's perfect. We spend it with no shame. We blow that like Coltrane. We in here like Rogaine, or leave it like Cobain.